Good afternoon. My name is Kgbassett. I'm a teacher in New Jersey, and I am starting a new project based on a commitment that I made to the wonderful Kareem Neal, an outstanding educator from the state of Arizona. Every Sunday, I'm going to share a story, particularly stories for young people, but sometimes I will share stories for young adults as well. And these stories will be based on multicultural characters, starting with Black characters. And I'm calling this project, if you will, Books That Look Like Me. While I'm going to start with books that have Black characters, I will eventually include books that have Latinx characters, Asian characters, white characters, etc. And the common theme will be that these will be books for children. I'm going to start with one of my favorite books, Tar Beach, by the artist Faith Ringgold. This book was the runner-up for the Caldecott Award. It also won a Coretta Scott King Award in the year in which it was published. And it is based on one of Faith Ringgold's story quilts. I've done a separate video on Faith Ringgold and a book about Faith Ringgold, in which I explain the story quilts in greater detail. But I wanted to share with you the story quilt on which this book is based. It is one of several works of art that Faith Ringgold created for her Woman on the Bridge series. Here is that story quilt. And if you look very closely at the quilt, you can see in the borders that Faith Ringgold has written a story. This quilt hangs in the Guggenheim Museum in Washington, D.C. Although the artist created brand new pictures for this book. As you look at the pictures, though, if I hold the book up high enough, you will see that at the bottom of each double-paged spread of pictures are snippets of story quilts that the artist has created. I love this story, as I explained in my video on Faith Ringgold, because I too, growing up in Newark, New Jersey, had a tar beach. And I'll explain a little bit more about what a tar beach is after I read this incredible story. I will always remember when the stars fell down around me and lifted me up above the George Washington Bridge. And you can see the bridge on this double-page spread. I could see our tiny rooftop with Mommy and Daddy and Mr. and Mrs. Honey, our next-door neighbors, still playing cards as if nothing was going on. And BB, my baby brother, lying real still on the mattress, just like I told him to, his eyes like huge floodlights tracking me through the sky. And here's BB, and here she is, her parents and Mr. and Mrs. Honey. Sleeping on Tar Beach was magical. Lying on the roof the night with the stars and the skyscraper buildings all around me made me feel rich, like I owned all that I could see. The bridge was my most prized possession. Daddy said that the George Washington Bridge is the longest and most beautiful bridge in all the world, and that it opened in 1931 on the very day that I was born. Daddy worked on that bridge, hoisting cables. Since then, I have wanted that bridge to be mine. And now I have claimed it. All I had to do was fly over it for it to be mine forever. I can wear it like a great diamond necklace, or just fly above it and marvel at its sparkling beauty I can fly. Yes, fly. Me. Cassie Louise Lightfoot, only 8 years old and in the 3rd grade, and I can fly. That means I am free to go wherever I want for the rest of my life. Daddy took me one day to see the new union building that he is working on. He can walk on steel girders high up in the sky and not fall down. The men call him the cat. But still, he can't join the union because Grandpa wasn't a union member. Well, Daddy is going to own that building because I'm going to fly over it and give it to him. Then it won't matter that he's not in their old union or whether he's colored or a half-breed Indian like they say he is. He'll be rich, and he won't have to stand on 24 high-foot girders and look down. He can look at his building going up, and Mommy won't cry all winter when he goes to look for work and doesn't come home. And Mommy can laugh and sleep late like Mrs. Honey, and we can have ice cream every night for dessert. Next, I'm going to fly over the ice cream factory just to make sure that we do. Tonight, we're going up to Tar Beach. Mommy is roasting peanuts and frying chicken, and Daddy will bring home a watermelon. Mr. and Mrs. Honey will bring the beer and their old green card table. And then the stars will fall all around me, and I will fly to the Union Building. I'll take BB with me this time. He has threatened to tell Mommy and Daddy if I leave him behind. I have told him it's very easy, anyone can fly. All you need is somewhere to go that you can't get to any other way. The next thing you know, you're flying among the stars. And again, this is the picture of the quilt that Faith Ringgold made that started the book Tar Beach. And this is Faith Ringgold. So a tar beach is the flat, tarred roof of an apartment building in a city. And growing up in Newark, New Jersey, my family and I would go up to Tar Beach, the top of our apartment building, on hot summer nights to get a breath of fresh air, hopefully some wind or a breeze. And the adults would sit around a card table and talk and play cards, and we children would lie on a blanket or on towels on our own tar beach. I hope that you enjoyed this story by the incredible Faith Ringgold, and I hope that you'll check out the video of the biography book that I read about Faith Ringgold and her amazing story quilts, as well as the amazing paintings that she made for this book. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and that you enjoyed this story. Thank you for listening.